Guys, so I'm going to be doing my PWA2 screencast for week 3 APIs. The API that I chose to work with, or to kind of study up on, is the Twitter API. Basically, if you've ever been on a website and you see the tweet now button, or if you see maybe even the timeline of tweets that website has posted, or maybe some tweets from users talking about that website, or maybe talking about a product that's used with the Twitter API. So here you go. You see like a single tweet. You can use a whole timeline, the tweet button, the follow button, and they even have, you can use Twitter to log in and things like that. Okay, so here is kind of like an example JSON call. Here, like let's say we're getting a user. So here we have, the date that it was created. That could be the account, actually. The profile image, if it says here, if they haven't, their own avatar, or if it's egg avatar instead, because when you first join Twitter, you just have that little egg. Let's see some other things that they have here in the JSON calls. How many followers, how many friends, their Twitter ID type number, the languages that they use. Like, so let's say I'm a Spanish user on Twitter, and that wouldn't be English. Where I'm located, they, have that geolocation. I think it was actually, I passed it geo enabled here. So you can geotag where you tweet from. So if I go on vacation, I can tag, hey, I'm in Florida or whatever I'm at. And then, so let's just show some examples kind of in use. Here's one that I made. It's a random quote machine. And here's kind of like the little JavaScript I used behind it. So here's my quotes that I have here. And we get right down to here. And this is where my little share button, if you click on it, it's going to share it. And it's going to use, the different quotes I have here, so that way it actually shows up. So let's go ahead and just randomize this. Unless commitment is made, there's only promises and hopes but no plans. I like that, so I want to share it. Just go ahead and click this button, and then here it takes you, it's already typed in, so I don't have to type it in. I need to log into Twitter. I haven't done that. It is actually a little bit long because it is a CodePen link, so it's giving me all this. But if I wanted to, I can just kind of, boop, take that out, and then I have enough, and I can just post it onto my Twitter feed. And here's an example of an actual Twitter feed. I didn't make this one, but if you go to a website here, and you can see all the tweets that they've posted. Now, I have 2 more examples to show you of how Twitter API is used. This next one that I'm going to show you, I really like. I think it's pretty cool and creative. Here, they have a wall, and you can actually write by tweeting, and you can write, hey, I am tweeting on your wall. And if I were to log in and send that, it would actually pop up here onto the actual wall. So these are tweets by people in real time. And so I think that's really interesting. Like, if they were at work, they would be seeing different tweets throughout the day, and you can watch as your tweets come up on the screen. And then finally we have, now this one is a little bit interesting. It's actually a song, and I don't think you're going to be able to hear it because I have headphones in right now. But what it does is it's taking the tweets as they go through, and it's pulling out keywords from the tweets and making it into a song. So here you're going to see some of the tweets come by, and that was also used with the Twitter API, pulling the tweets from, Twitter themselves. And look, if I click here, it's going to take me to, this is where that tweet was. But, it was dark in the car park. I heard a lark ascending. You laughed at me. And you laughed, sorry. But it's just like that, it's going through different tweets, and it's actually making a song out of these words that you see highlighted here.